Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as I said you that we'll be seeing few problems on perimeter and area. So let's begin with the questions of perimeter. So let me tell you the first question of the exercise 23A. So now so the question says that the length of the rectangle is given to you as 135 meter and the breadth is given as 65 meter. So you have to find the perimeter. So how can I find the perimeter? So perimeter is what? Perimeter of a rectangle says it is 2L plus B. So that then I can write this as 2 into 135 plus 65. So now when I do this, I'll get 2 into 200 and then I can write that this is 400 centimeter square. Oh sorry, this is meter square. So this I have found out the perimeter. Now they are telling that you have to find the cost of fencing it. So you have to find the cost of fencing at rupees 60 per meter. So they are telling that for 1 meter the cost is rupees 60. So for 1 meter the cost is rupees 60. I want to fence this complete. Okay, this is not meter square because this is perimeter. So I want to fence 400 meter. So for 1 meter it is rupees 60. For 400 meter what it will become? It will become 60 multiplied by 400. So that will give you the total cost as rupees 24,000. So this is the first question of exercise 23A. Now let's move on to the next question. So the next question says that, so let us see the next question. The next question says that the length and breadth of a rectangular field are in the ratio. So they have given you the ratio as 7:4. This is the ratio of what? Length is to breadth. And they are telling that the perimeter is given to me as 440 meter. Now you have to find its length and you have to find its breadth. So this is my question. So now I know everything. I just like here they have given me in the ratio, but I don't want it in the ratio. So can I take my length as 7x and can I take my breadth as 4x? Because this is given in the ratio. Now they are telling that the perimeter is 440. So I can write that perimeter is 2 times L plus B. And this perimeter is given to me as 440. Then I will substitute this. So this is 7x plus 4x. So then when I do this, this becomes 440 is equals to 2 times 11x. And then this becomes 22x is 440. And then what I get the value of x? This goes 440 divided by 22. So I get the value of x as 20. So now I have got the value of x. Now what I need to do? I need to find the length and breadth. So as my length was 7x, so I can do 7 multiplied by 20. So that will give me 140 meter. So this is my length. And breadth is 4x. So I can do 4 multiplied by 20. So that gives me 80 meter. So this is my breadth and this is my length. So I have found out what was mentioned in the question. So this is very simple. Now let's move on to the third question. So the third question says that the length of a rectangular field. Okay, in this also they have asked you to find the cost of fencing. So again they have mentioned that for 1 meter the cost is rupees 150 and now I want to fence this complete 440 meter. So for 440 meter what is going to be my cost? It will be 440 multiplied by 150. So whatever value you get, that is the answer. So this was the second question. Now let's move on to the third question. So what does my third question says? Third question says that the length of a rectangular field is 30 meters. So they have given to me the length and they are telling that the diagonal is 34 meter. Now in this they are talking about diagonal. So they are saying that diagonal is 34 meter and you have to find the breadth and the perimeter. You have to find breadth, you have to find the perimeter. So now first let us draw a rectangle and let's see what is given to me in the question. So this is my rectangle. So now they are saying that this is 30 meter and the diagonal is 34 meters. So this is given to me as 34 meter. Now how can I find breadth? So you know there is something called as Pythagoras theorem. So I can use this to find my breadth. So let us see what Pythagoras theorem says. It says that perpendicular square plus base square is equal to the hypotenuse square. So perpendicular is this one. So that is perpendicular square I don't know. Plus base square. Base is given to me as 30. So I can write that this is 30 square. And hypotenuse, that is the slanting one, it is given to me as 34 square. Then perpendicular square will be equal to 34 square minus 30 square. So now instead of multiplying 34 into 34, what I can do? I know that this is of the form a square minus b square. So I can write this as a plus b and a minus b. So now then I can write this as 34 plus 30 and 34 minus 30. So 34 plus 30 gives me 64 into 4. So that is equals to 256 meter. So I can say that my breadth is 256 meter is my breadth. So let's see if we have done somewhere mistake. I guess we have done some mistake somewhere. So 34 square minus 30 square. So this is my 256 meter. Okay, yes. See. Now this is my p square. What I got is p square is 256 meter. But I want to find p. So if this is square here, if it goes that side, it becomes under root of 256. So this was the mistake which we were doing. And now what is under root of 256? Yes, correct. So that is 16 meter. So I have found that so this is not 256. We forgot to do the under root. So this becomes 16 meter. So 16 meter is my breadth. So I have got my breadth as 16 meter and the length is given to me as 30 meter. So now it is simple. I can find the perimeter, that is 2 times L plus B. So that becomes 2 times 30 plus 16. So that becomes 2 times 46 and that becomes 92 meter. So 92 meter is my perimeter. So this was the third question of this. Now let's go to the fourth question. So the fourth question says that, okay, in this also they are talking about diagonal. So they are telling that the diagonal of a square is given to me as 12 root 2 centimeter. So this is the diagonal of a square. You have to find the perimeter. So let's draw the diagonal here. Let's draw the square here. So this is my square. As you know, in square all the four sides are equal. So I can write this as a and the diagonal is given to me as 12 root 2. So now again using Pythagoras theorem, I can write perpendicular square, that is a square, base square. So that is again a square, that is equals to hypotenuse square. So that is 12 root 2 the whole square. So a square plus a square gives me 2a square and 12 root 2. So see, let's see how to do this. So 12 into root 2 into 12 into root 2. It says something like this. So I can write that 2a square is 12 into 12 is 144. And then what we can do? 144 into what is root 2 into root 2, that is 2. So then it becomes 2a square is 288. So then I have got 2a square. Then what I can write? I can write what will be my a square? A square will be 288 divided by 2. That gives me 144. And then what is a? It is under root of 144 and that is 12 meter. Centimeter this is. Okay. So I have got the side as 12 centimeter. So once I have got the side as 12 centimeter, I can find the perimeter. that is 4 multiplied by side. So that gives me 4 into 12. So that is 84 centimeter. So this was the fourth question. Now let's move on to the fifth question. So the fifth question says that, so let's move on. Yeah. So this is simple. The perimeter you have to find, you have to the length is given to you as 22.5 meter and breadth is given to you as 16 dm. So now you should keep in mind, if 1 unit is dm, 1 unit is meter, you need to convert it. So kilometer, so this you should know, kilometer, hectometer, decameter, then comes meter, then comes decimeter, then comes centimeter, then comes millimeter. If you go from top to down, you have to multiply with each 10 times it gets multiplied, and then when you go from bottom to top you have to divide. So now here this is in dm, so let us convert this dm to meter. So I have to go from here to here, that means I am going from down to top, and it is only one step. So 16 divided by 10, so that gives me 1.6 meter. So now I can find the perimeter, that is 2 times L plus B, and then substituting here, it is 2 into 22.5 plus 1.6. So you can do this. So that will be my perimeter. Just you have to keep it in mind that unit should not be different when you are doing the calculations. So this was the fifth question. Now let's move on to the sixth question. So the sixth question says that, again the perimeter of a rectangular, perimeter of a rectangle you have to find. The length is given to you as 24 centimeter and the diagonal is given to you. So this question we have already done it. So diagonal is given to me as 25 centimeter. So for this question, this is similar to the question which we did third question. So this is similar to third question. So you can do this because this is the same, exactly same as the third question. So now let's move on to the seventh question. They are telling that the length and breadth of a rectangle is in the ratio. So length is to breadth ratio is given to me as 5:3. And then they are telling that the total cost of fencing at rupees 48 per meter. They have given you that per meter is this one, and the total cost, they are telling that total cost is how much? Rupees 19200. So the total, if I do, how can I find perimeter? Perimeter will be the total cost divided by per meter cost. Yes, because when we do the other way, we do the same way. So here, so that gives me 400 meter, because when I find 1 meter is, like suppose if they give me 1 meter as 20, if I want to find 100 meter, we do 20 into 100. So that gives me 2000. So here it's the ulta of that. So perimeter is 400 meter. So now I can substitute that. I can take my length as 5x. I can take my breadth as 3x. And then I can do perimeter is 2 times L plus B. So perimeter is given to me as 400. So I can just substitute that here. So that 400 is equals to 2 times 5x plus 3x. So 400 is equals to 16x. Then I can find x from here. So once I have got x, what I can do is I can substitute that and I can find what is my length and what is my breadth. So this was the seventh question. The only twist was here that you have to find the perimeter by dividing this. So this was the twist here, and the rest is same. So now let's move on to the eighth question. So the eighth question says that a wire is in the shape of a square of side 20 centimeter. So side is given to me as 20 centimeter and this wire is of a square shape. Now they are telling that if the wire is bent into a rectangle, now this wire I am bending it to form a rectangle, and the length of that rectangle is given to me as 24 centimeter. Now you have to find its breadth. Now see, if this is my square, so the side is given to me as 20 centimeter. So first, what is perimeter? Perimeter is the length of the wire, or you can say the distance covered. So first let us find what is the length of this wire. So that is 4 into side. So 4 into side is 20. So perimeter is 80 centimeter. So I can say that length of the wire is 80 centimeter. Now this same 80 centimeter length, I am making it a rectangle. So I can say that this perimeter will be also equal to 2 times L plus B. So here also perimeter will be 80 because that same wire length I am bending and forming it a rectangle. So that is 2 times L is 24 plus breadth. So this was the twist. Here I can say that the perimeter of square is equal to the perimeter of rectangle because it is the same wire. So 80 is equals to 48 plus 2b. Then 80 minus 48 gives me 2b. So 2b gives me 32 and then b gives me 16 centimeter. So I have found out my breadth. And then yeah, that was the twist here. So you should know that the same wire I am bending it and forming a rectangle. So the length of the wire is the same. So this was the 8th question. Now let's move on to the 9th question. So 9th question is simple. You have to find, okay, they have given you 3 scenarios. First scenario, you have to find the perimeter if the length is given to you as 38 centimeter and breadth is given to you as 27 centimeter. So this is simple. Perimeter is 2 times L plus B. You have L and B. So you can find the perimeter. So this is the first part of the question. Now in the second part they say that breadth you have to find and they have given you the perimeter as 88 centimeter and they have given you the length as 24 centimeter. So now what is my perimeter? Perimeter is 2 times L plus B. So now perimeter is 2 times L plus B. So then perimeter is 88, 2 times 24 plus B. So 88 is equals to 48 plus B. And then what is my B? Yes, B is 40 centimeter. So this is the second part of the question. And the third part says that, the third part states that you have to find the length. Length you have to find if the perimeter is given to you as 96 meter and breadth is given to you as 28 meter. So this is similar to the second question. So there are 3 possibilities in perimeter. So suppose if I take the perimeter as 2 into L plus B, so there are 3 possibilities. One, you have to find the perimeter, length and breadth will be given. Next, they might give you perimeter and length. They will say you to find the breadth. Third possibility is they might give you the perimeter and breadth and they will say you to find the length. So these are the 3 possibilities in the perimeter. Now let's move on to the 10th question. So the 10th question says that the cost of fencing a square field at the rate of 75 per meter. So 1 meter cost is, they have mentioned that it is rupees 75 and the total cost is, they are telling that the total cost is rupees 67,500. So this is the total cost. So you have to find the perimeter. Again, how can I find the perimeter? I can do the total cost divided by the cost of 1 meter. So what is my total cost? Total cost is 67,500 divided by the cost of 1 meter is 75. So now what I should do? I should divide them. So when I do 67,500 divided by 75, I get the value as 900. So this is the perimeter. So this you have to keep in mind. When the total cost is given and 1 meter cost is given, if you divide them, you will get the perimeter. So you have got the perimeter. Now you can find the side. So I can write perimeter is what? 4 times side. So perimeter is given to me as 900. So 4 multiplied by side. So what is my side? Side will be 900 divided by 4. So 900 divided by 4 will give me the side. So when I do 900 divided by 4, this gives me 225. So this is the side of the square feet. So this was the 10th question. Now in the next video, I'll be covering the next of the questions. Till then, stay tuned.